There are places that are beautiful, and then there are places that just feel different. Sedona, Arizona is definitely one of those places. For years and years, people, travelers, artists, spiritual seekers, have been drawn to its incredible glowing red rocks. But what they end up finding is usually way more than just a pretty picture. It's a whole experience. So let's dive into what that really means. Man, you can almost feel that, can't you? That quote just nails the sense of wonder that hits you the second you get there. It's like the air itself is buzzing with this unique energy, and it's all set against this breathtaking, almost otherworldly landscape. And that's the thing, right? That's the big question for anyone thinking about a trip. Are you looking for a heart-pounding adventure, a spiritual reset, or maybe just some pure, indulgent luxury? It can feel kind of overwhelming with so many options. So let's break it down. Let's look at the different paths you can take to build your perfect Sedona journey. All right, first things first. Let's start with the absolute heart of Sedona, its world-famous red rock landscape. I mean, this is where you really get to connect with the raw, powerful beauty of the place. But how you decide to explore it, well, that says a lot about the kind of trip you're looking to have. This really boils down to your personal vibe. On one hand, you could go with an expert guide, someone with all that insider knowledge who can take you to the hidden spots and tell you all about the history and geology. Or maybe you're the type who just wants the freedom to grab a map, hit the trails, and see where the day takes you. There's honestly no wrong answer here, just different ways to discover the magic. And wow, the variety of adventures you can have is just incredible. I mean, you could be feeling the jolt and thrill of an off-road Jeep tour, scrambling over rocks to a viewpoint that most people never get to see. Or you could find total peace and quiet hiking on some of the 300 miles of trails. Or you could see it all from above, just peacefully drifting over the canyons in a hot air balloon as the sun comes up. 3 completely different ways to experience the exact same majestic place. But look, a lot of people come to Sedona for something, well, deeper than just a physical adventure. There is something about this landscape that has a real effect on your spirit, which is why it's become this global hub for healing and spiritual exploration. This part of the journey is all about hitting the reset button. And that, of course, brings us to one of the most famous and, most debated ideas in all of Sedona. If you've even Googled Sedona, you've seen this word. So what exactly is a vortex, anyway? So the basic idea is this. A vortex is a spot where the Earth's natural energy is supposedly super concentrated, kind of swirling in a way that people say they can actually feel. And that's why you see people from all over the world coming to these specific locations to meditate, to heal, and to find a deeper spiritual connection. Okay, and this is where the whole Sedona experience gets really interesting. And honestly, super personal, because public opinion is completely split. On one side, you have passionate believers who will tell you they had profound, even life-changing experiences, feeling a real, tangible energy. And on the other side, you've got equally passionate skeptics who say it's just a tourist gimmick and you should just enjoy the beautiful scenery. And you know what? That whole debate is a huge part of what makes Sedona, Sedona. But hey, whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the search for serenity in Sedona goes way beyond just the vortexes. The area has these world-class destination spas, like Mi Amo, that are tucked right into Boynton Canyon. You can also find pretty much any holistic therapy you can think of, from energy work to sound baths and even guided meditations right out in the middle of the Red Rocks. So we've explored the land, we've nourished the spirit, but there is a whole other essential layer to Sedona. It's a vibrant cultural scene. This is where the human touch, the artistry, the flavors, the creativity, all comes to life with the Red Rocks as a backdrop. And the culture here is such a great mix. We're talking about incredible fine dining with those bold Southwestern flavors. And get this, a surprisingly amazing wine country popping up in the Verde Valley nearby. Plus, dozens of world-class art galleries and unique little shops that you're just not going to find anywhere else. So let's just paint a picture of what a day could look like. You could spend an afternoon just getting lost in the stunning modern art at a gallery like Rene Taylor. Then for dinner, maybe you head to Mariposa. It's famous for its Latin-inspired food, but maybe even more famous for its absolutely insane views. And to get a taste of the local scene, you could visit a winery like Page Springs Cellars. Not a bad day, right? Okay, so this brings us to a really important question. You've got the adventure, the wellness, the culture. How in the world do you combine all of that into one seamless, unforgettable trip? Well, that's where this idea of a curated experience comes into play.
Think of a luxury concierge service as your ultimate insider guide. They're the local experts. They take your personal style, what you're interested in, your pace, and they use all their insider knowledge to weave it all together into an itinerary that is 100% you. And the process is actually really simple and totally focused on you. It all starts with a personal conversation, not a checklist, but a real talk about what you're dreaming of for this trip. Then they design a custom itinerary just for you. And finally, and this is the best part, they handle everything, all the logistics, all the reservations. It's all taken care of. So all you have to do is show up and enjoy it. And this is where it gets really special. We're talking about things like a private chef coming to cook dinner at your villa or getting exclusive access to a wellness retreat. Imagine a VIP off-road tour that takes you far away from the crowds, or a private wine tasting with the winemaker themselves. It's about turning a great trip into a collection of moments you'll literally never forget. All right, so we've walked through the adventure, the serenity, the culture, and the idea of putting it all together perfectly. Now it all comes back to you. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? A trip to Sedona isn't about ticking boxes off a list. It's about how you choose to connect with this amazing place, what you discover about it, and maybe even about yourself, and the story you'll have to tell when you get back. It is truly a personal journey. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Whether you're pulled in by the thrill of adventure, the promise of renewal, or the comfort of pure luxury, Sedona has a unique story waiting for every single person who visits. The only question left is, what's your Sedona story going to be?